Today's guest is a 9-time PBA champion, a daredevil who always pushed to win despite the challenges that came his way.
With winning, there has to come an inordinate sense of pain and suffering and tension and delayed gratification. When you do reach the big stage and the big projects and the big opportunities, you're going to be ready for that. When you do get that call up to the big show, it's not going to feel daunting or you're not going to feel ready for it because you've been grinding in the trenches for so long.
Yeah.
So you're almost like, finally, oh my God, I'm ready for it.
Off the court, this guy is a media machine. From hosting Let It Fly, one of Asia's top sports podcasts, to being CEO of Daredevil Media.
I did everything myself. I feel like I can make the best decision because I know myself more than what they know. It was hard though, I'm not gonna lie. I did manage and do everything myself.
Now with his latest Web3 play, Agent Daredevil, he's combining code, content, and culture in a way that only he can.
Non-stops. I'd rather prefer to have organized chaos, doing a lot of things at the same time than just doing nothing.
Jared Dillinger.
Hell of an intro, man. First,
Dude.
come on, dog. Pleasure to finally
Love
mix
to
it up
have you
with
here.
Thanks, man. Love what you're doing, bro. So, always love to support like what you're doing, what you got going, what you got building on, because I've seen it. I've been a part of stuff like this. So, man, kudos to you, man.
Dude, appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mean, just started doing this stuff, so like it means a lot to have someone
Yeah,
like you on the
dude,
top,
I
bro.
love it, man. Love it. I'm all about it.
How are you feeling today?
I'm tired as F.
Yeah?
Wait, can we swear on this channel?
Yeah, yeah.
We
Go
can't?
ahead.
I
go
am
ahead,
tired
go ahead.
as fuck.
Be yourself. Yeah. What's been up, man?
No, just crypto space, right? It nonstop, right?
Right.
So you catch it in pulses, and we've been getting a lot of traction and momentum with Agent Daredevil and the stuff we're building, and great problem to be in.
Yeah.
Opening up more doors, more opportunities, but man, it is a motherfucker sometimes.
I'm sure. Found your life. I mean, you're doing a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, I mean that's always been my makeup. So it's a gift and a curse. I'd rather prefer to have organized chaos and
Right.
doing a lot of things at the same time than just doing nothing.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
I can't have a middle part. It has to be everything, or there's just no balance. So I'd rather have it chaos.
I have a question for you, man. You're an athlete, bro,
Sure.
and a successful one, I would say.
Oh.
I mean, 9-time, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you've been used to winning, and I would say you're a winner, man. So how is Jared winning today? What does winning look for Jared today?
Oh man, that's a great question. Well, with winning, there has to come an inordinate sense of pain and suffering and tension and delayed gratification, right? So I know the process. As cliche as that be, you have to go through a sort of process to get molded and crafted and have this sense of mental fortitude for when you do reach the big stage and the big projects and the big opportunities. You're going to be ready for that because you're going to be, whether it's 1 month or 1 year or 4 years of that grind stage, that is really the preparation. So when you do get that call up to the big show, it's not going to feel daunting or you're not going to feel like you're not ready for it because you've been grinding in the trenches for so long.
Yeah.
So you're almost like, finally, oh my God, I'm ready for it. Like, hurry up. Like, I've been waiting for this shit, right? So it's the same thing in sports. If you want to be a good player and you gotta really grind, it's the same concept. And business and sports, it's strikingly, I don't want to say it's identical, but it's very similar on just the makeup of just winning, business, grind, just getting up to the top. It's the same shit, man.
So with like preparation from before, like as a full-time athlete, like how does preparation look like now? Like what's the routine like for you?
What's the routine? Yeah. Got to have a routine. First of all, you have to have an established routine, right? Of what's your checklist? What are the things that you have to get knocked out, right? You got to, if you're the captain or the coach of your business, right? You have to have a sense of trust to your team. You have to micro delegate. Sometimes you got to trust these guys that what they're doing, they got it. You can't do everything, obviously. You're building some really great stuff, and you got to understand there's a sense of push and pull of when you should provide your input and when you got to let it go. It's the same thing like with business and sports. That we're going to be having a lot of analogies with sports.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So routine is really important, and having a vision, a mission statement, like what's the philosophy that you guys are trying to get to up here, and make sure everyone knows what that is. you gotta, if you're the beacon, if you're the guy, you're the glue guy, you're making sure what you're projecting, you gotta know what you're talking about. You gotta invoke that type of confidence, because if you're not confident in what you're doing, or if you don't believe in what you're doing, why are they going to believe in it? Right? And it's not going to be perfect. You're going to go through ups and downs. Sometimes you're going to mess up and make mistakes, and it's normal because we're human, right? And so you own up to it, you be accountable, you pivot, and you try to be better from it, and you just keep that train moving. Some days you only increase your business by 1%. Maybe it's 0.5%. Right. But as long as you just kind of just think of the slow grind and think of the big picture, and you just keep moving those tracks more and more, eventually you'll get there. Maybe you don't know when, but if you understand the template of success, then there's always a means to the end, and you'll get there. It's just the uncertainty part that's hard to really take in and understand. You don't know when that's going to be, and you have to be okay with that.
Right. What's your personal vision statement at the moment?
Oh, my personal vision statement: be a service to others. That's pretty easy. Pretty easy one to follow. And when you're a service to others, that's, I don't want to sound pretentious, but as granular as I'm trying to make this, be a service to others, whether you're doing it for your business or in your personal life, and you're not trying to expect for anything in return. But ideally, I'm a big believer in karma. I'm a big believer in just paying it forward. Somehow, that's always worked out in my life. I've always tried to just elevate those who are around me. And you can't expect they're going to be like you with how you carry about your business. So sometimes it works. Sometimes, you get taken advantage of, but you don't try to expect anything in return from that. But ideally, it comes back tenfold. It really does. And you take care of those around you, they take care of you in other intrinsic ways, right? It always works out.
I think it's always like a net positive to help people out.
Yeah,
like whatever
100%.
way you want to look at it,
100%.
like, it always comes back.
And selfishly, like, it makes me feel good about myself.
I mean, that too.
So maybe it's a narcissistic way of like, I make myself feel good when I help people.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, you're putting yourself in good energy and the people around you.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
What's the harm in that?
Exactly, man.
Okay, cool. Now, I'd like to mention a quote. And,
sure.
Ask a question after.
Okay.
So this is from Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell.
Hey, okay.
It is not the brightest to succeed, nor is success simply the sum of decisions and efforts we make on our own behalf. It is rather a gift. Outliers are those that have been given opportunities and who have had the strength and presence of mind to seize them. So for you and your personal career, your journey, like, what was the most transformative opportunity for you that was like, okay, I got to capitalize on this, and it really paid off for you?
Oh, man. Okay. Man, that's a great question, bro. There's so many, right? There's so many moments I had in my life where I had to do or die. I had to make this work, or XYZ is going to happen, right?
Yeah.
So let's take it back a little bit, I guess.
Okay.
Let's go old school. I went to college. I got accepted into the Air Force Academy. Prestigious college, university. It's a military academy back in the States. I mean, it's like harder to get into than like a Yale or Harvard type thing, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
So place looks like Harry Potter. It's crazy. Hogwarts. It's crazy. So super tradition, very military. Dude, I'm flying planes, helicopters. Like, I'm in full-on military outfits. Like, it's weird to kind of envision, right? In the middle of my tenure there, I didn't want to be there anymore, right? And I wanted to transfer. And, whatever reason that is, for a kid at that age wanting to change, I wanted to change. And the school that I decided to go to was not a prestigious school, and coming out of a military academy like that, you can go anywhere. I could go to Dartmouth or Columbia. I could go to Ivy League schools. Anywhere they'll take me. But I just had this infatuation of this tiny island in the middle of the Pacific. I wanted to go to school to Hawaii. Like, great decision for a kid, right? Yeah. So my parents, they were not the most. They were supportive because they trust in my decision making, but I'm sure they weren't happy about this. You know, the school, it's not a prestigious school academic wise, but that's my decision.
Okay.
So I go to Hawaii, and when I go there, there was a situation where the first year I'm not on full scholarship. So I had to grind, and I had to own up to this, and I had to make this work on my own. My dad is a firm believer of failure, and he wanted me to, like, this is the decision you want. This is on you. I support you. I love you. This is on you, though. We're not going to pay for your tuition, so you make it happen. So I go to this school, and it's beautiful and it's great, but I got to pay tuition, and I'm an athlete, so I'm going there to play basketball. At just, long story short, they didn't have a scholarship that I was initially thought I was going to get. So now I'm not on scholarship. Now I have to act as a walk-on. I just left this prestigious school, top 5 in the nation, right? 1% school, and I'm now at this beautiful school, great environment, but no scholarship. I have to be a walk-on. And now, you know, I'm taking the bus to school. I got to get a military grant out to pay for these tuition fees. I'm working at a retail store after school, taking a bus home. I still got to train and try to make the team. I don't have a car, so I'm running like 2 miles just to go to the weight room or the gym facility, so I can I got to prepare for this. And it was all on me to make this happen. And I was having so many nights, Steph, where I was scared that I make the wrong decision. That, like, if I don't make this work, I got to fly home with my tail between my legs. That's a failure, right? It's not the end of the world. But at the time when I'm a kid, at that age, I didn't really have much yet behind me. So that was a big thing. And it did drive me. And I knew this was a big pivot in my life trajectory, what was going to happen. You know, long story short, of course, I mean, we're here, right? It worked out. I got the full ride scholarship the next year. You know, I came from being a walk-on to a full starter. Obviously, that led to more opportunities after my college career, but that was such a hard thing at that time that I was alone. I didn't have any friends or family out there. It was just own up. This is on you. Your decision. It's make or break.
Right.
And it worked out. Thank goodness.
Dude, so during that time, I want to understand. So, was it like the desire to play basketball that made you want to move to Hawaii, or like...
Yep. So that was a big portion of it.
Okay.
So at the military school, basketball, it was great. We were good.
Yeah.
We were solid. I wasn't playing a lot, but I was there. I was in the mix. I had my opportunities. I was there. The thing that scared me was at these academies, between the middle of your sophomore and junior year, the rule goes, the second you step your foot in a classroom for your junior year, you are locked into the military after you finish the military academy, no matter what.
Yeah.
If you decide to leave, I changed my mind now, I don't want to be here, or you get kicked out or something, or NBA, or sorry, no, the PBA here, they want to recruit me, and I can play for the national team or for Ginebra or whomever after my college career. Military academy, nope, you can't.
Like
you are not allowed. You have to serve 4 to 6 years, no matter what. Now, look, JD, if you make it to the NBA, sure, we'll let you leave. You know, and they've done that in the past.
Okay.
There's David Robinson. Have you ever heard that name before? Okay, I'm an OG. Okay. He went to the Naval Academy.
Yeah.
They let him leave as soon as he graduated because a professional sports league in the United States, that's a big deal.
Like a special exception.
That's special exceptions. But sports leagues from international around the world, that's not an exception for them. And so that was really leaning on my head, and I had aspirations. I wanted to play somewhere. I know I wasn't an NBA guy, but I figured at the time, like, I can play in Europe.
Yeah.
You know, I can play in Europe for 1 or maybe 2 years, you know, just to say I played pro. And then I'll go back home and be an investment banker, or you know, I'll get into something. But I just wanted that. I want to be a pro.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so that's what really guided my That's what really moved the needle on my decision making at the time.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the right one, maybe it wasn't. But I'll tell you one thing, I had a great experience in Hawaii.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Well, what about it did you enjoy?
The freedom. Like I was in such a box at the military academy. You know, you go where you're told, you do what you're told, which is great. I learned a lot of traits of discipline and mental strength and fortitude. I learned so much about myself. The experience you get there, you do not get anywhere else. You know, I flew planes. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Hawaii, it's a vibe, man. It was just so free in the culture there. There's a lot of Filipino culture, that's infused into that island. Big community there too. You know, just the music, the people, the lifestyle. You know, there's no pro sports there, so the college teams were treated like pros. So we're on TV all the time. We get access to all the clubs and bars and establishments. Like, everyone treats you like royalty, and it was so much fun. And I still have a special place in my heart. I want to move there when I'm done with everything.
Really?
Like, oh,
I want to go back for sure.
You ever been?
I've never been.
Oh my
God,
God, bro. Yes.
Go. Yeah.
It's such a vibe.
Yeah.
No one keeps track of time. Days move slow. Everyone's nice. And, dude, it's, you know, I'm always going to have something, like a big place in my heart for that.
Yeah.
For Hawaii, bro. I love that.
I know it's like, it's made a huge imprint on you, that even like music, you listen to Hawaiian reggae.
Dude, like my first like 4 years here. And I didn't know the culture here in the Philippines at the time, so I didn't know about perception and dressing a certain way, like if you're in certain areas here. Yeah. First 4 years, I'm in a sando, I'm in swimming trunks and chanelas and a skateboard. Wherever I go, it didn't matter, I didn't care. I'm going, like, I had no barometer or perception. Like, I'm going to like really big events dressed like this surfer guy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, my friends want to go to a bar, I will skateboard to the bar. You know?
I love
like,
that. Yeah.
You know, like I was that dude for a while. Like, obviously, you know, I changed and I matured and grew up, but like I was vibing like this wannabe Hawaii dude for so long.
Yeah. What part of the Hawaiian culture or identity do you still keep with you today?
Just kindness. Like, everyone's so kind. You know, if you're kind unto others, they'll be kind unto you, and just showing that aloha spirit. Like, I think that's just always a big thing that I picked up from there, that I've always carried until now. So I think that's probably the biggest one.
Yeah. And I think it's cool because like the Filipino culture and Hawaiian culture, there are huge similarities.
It is, man.
So like it's great. I mean, when you went to the Philippines, I'm sure it wasn't much of a difference in terms of the people.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. Oh yeah, same thing, bro. Got accepted very openly, welcomely. Everyone's kind and nice and smiley.
Right.
As long as you don't act like a bozo. Like, don't act like you got something stuck up your butt and you think you're better than people. Yeah. At least coming from a Phil Foreigner scope, getting put into situations where everyone's a local but you. Be cool, man. Yeah, everyone's cool back. So simple.
Okay, cool. So after Hawaii, did you go back to the States first? I mean,
no, it was straight
to the Philippines.
Straight to the Philippines. So like, when I went to military school, I was pretty much out of my house. Like, that was it. I was just sent out to the world.
Right.
Military school, went straight to Hawaii. I get picked up and recruited for a Philippine national team, and I'm getting recruited to play for the pro club level immediately. So I didn't even finish my senior year. Okay. I had to finish it online back here in the Philippines because I had to get ready for the draft, and I was really thrown into the fire very quickly.
Yeah.
So I didn't even finish school. I had to finish it while I was out here, and you know, by the time the PBA draft happened, national team happened, all of a sudden I'm on billboards everywhere and I'm on TV and all this hype was coming in. It was a lot to take in. I signed a big contract with Nike and just, it was a lot to take in. I was used to it a little bit being at Hawaii, but this was like on a national level now.
Yeah, different.
So it was bigger. So it was hard to manage in the beginning still.
How did that look like when people were reaching out to you? Like, were you working with someone, with a school, with a manager, alone?
I did everything myself. So like, I felt that, I was so into myself, thinking like, man, I'm a smart guy. I can figure this out. I don't need someone that I don't have a deep relationship with, no disrespect, but I'm talking about agents, managers. I don't know these people really. And so I feel like I can make the best decision because I know myself more than what they know. Maybe I'll struggle with connections and relationships that they built out here in the Philippines, but I just feel like if I have enough value and understand what my value is, I think I can manage. It was hard though. I'm not gonna lie. It was.
Yeah.
I should have gotten at least an advisor or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I did manage and do everything myself from the very beginning. I don't want to say no one helped me. Like people, coaches, players. There were people that gave me advice. I don't want to say nobody helped me. Like there is a sense that I did have a community that helped me, but really, it was me. It was me, man.
What was one thing you wish you did differently during that period?
That beginning period?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did wish. I wish I had like a legitimate advisor that I could go to and just be just full transparency about my decisions and how should I go about this and that. I had homies help me. I had players. Maybe I had my reservations sometimes, so I couldn't be fully transparent.
What do you mean by transparent? Like transparency?
Well, there's here as an athlete, we don't have a lot of rights. There's no players union, no association. We don't have a lot to lean on to protect ourselves and our value. Okay. So there's a game within a game that you have to play, and you got to learn that game. Yeah. And you learn it by getting advice from people who've been in it for a while. But at the end of the day, everything's always about experience. You can get as much advice as you want, but you kind of have to go through the fire and live it yourself. Like when we both get in crypto, everyone can tell you about it, but until you do it yourself, it's like, oh, that's what that's what you meant by it.
True.
Right? It's very hard to take in that advice, and especially if it's coming from so many different angles. You're getting pulled in so many different ways. Who do you trust? Who do you not trust? And it's hard to find that barometer at that time because there's not a lot of things you can lean on for experience-wise. You just got to expose yourself to it, go through it, and then make your pivots and changes after that. So that's kind of what I meant by it, so just this whole lack of union or a players association, that learning curve of playing the game within the game, that was hard.
Right. Is that still the case today? Like,
yeah, to the players today?
Yeah.
100%.
Oh.
There's a lot of things in unspoken code that you cannot discuss publicly. Like in social situations, you cannot say. And you got to play ball, I guess, if you will, with the organization or the companies or the agents, or because it's all one big ecosystem and it's all the same people for 30 years.
Yeah.
So they know they have this beautiful ecosystem set up, and if you don't play ball by it and you do right by it, you're out of it. And you'll be blackballed, or you'll be the black sheep, if you don't understand how this whole works.
Right. What are other countries doing, like, to have that protection rights for?
I can't speak much on it because I don't know. I can't say with 100% for certainty. I know though that a lot of countries that have these basketball leagues, they don't have a union as well. The NBA does. They're a big organization.
Right.
Union, players association, all those things like that. But I can't say too much. I don't know how it is too much in Japan or Taiwan or China and stuff like that. I'm not sure.
Got you. So when you were going through that phase, was it like a year of like transitioning? Like how long was that period?
It was a couple years.
Okay.
It was a couple years, like you're working your first contract or you're working deals with brands or companies, and they can sniff out if you don't have experience.
Right.
They can sniff it out pretty easy. Same thing in business. If you're talking to someone in business and you guys are trying to feel each other out, you can kind of...
Yeah, you can tell.
You can tell sometimes. Sure. And you won't let them know you can tell, but you can tell. It's the same thing. So I had to go through that a little bit of making mistakes, of not knowing my value, or what's the next step after we have this talk, and what do I have to do? Are there deliverables? What does that even look like? Or, I mean, really just learning as you go. So it did take a couple years to understand that. It did, for sure. So I would say like maybe the first 3 years was it was a big learning experience for sure.
So you mentioned you were getting into like billboards all of a sudden.
Yeah.
How was that rise to fame in the Philippines? Because like here it gets crazy.
It gets crazy. Yeah.
The loyalty of the fans are crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, for sure, man. You know, it's tribalism in sports. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that hate you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that love you.
Right.
You know, so dealing with that, having a thick skin, you know, you play bad games, something publicly comes out, you know, a lot of people will gossip, say bad things about you. They don't like you.
Right.
Next week, you win a game and you
Yeah.
win a championship. Now everyone loves you and everyone forgot.
Mhm.
So dealing with those roller coaster of the social sentiment of people not liking you and then they do like you, that took some time to get used to.
Right.
All the athletes will act like it doesn't, but it does.
Yeah.
It gets to you, bro.
Gotcha.
It does, 100%. And just learning how to process that mentally and put that in a compartment and acknowledging it that it's there, but not affecting the things that you have to do and things, the expectations
Mhm.
that they have on you. Yeah, I would say that just, again, learning curve, getting okay with it, just being through that ring of fire a couple times, and then it starts to feel normalized.
What was the frame of mind at that point, as like a budding athlete in the Philippines? Like, were you like, okay, I'm just gonna nail the PBA for the next X amount of years, and do I want to play abroad? Like, what were you
Right.
thinking?
There were less opportunities, I think, for what currently stands right now with this big influx of locals getting opportunities to play in Japan, China,
Yeah,
Taiwan,
yeah.
right? They didn't have that back then.
Okay.
That was not open. That wasn't available. It was really here, or you want to take that chance going to Europe, trying to play.
Right. Right.
Here, there's stability, there's structure. You know, you can sign big, long contracts, and you get to stay at your own home all the time. You know, if you're in Europe, you're on the road, you don't know anyone, different language. You're playing in Belgium, so everyone speaks a far different language than what you speak, and it's hard to relate to anyone. Here in the Philippines, it's way different than that. So that was really the big pull that would want to keep you here. It wasn't good enough to play in the NBA. So how many options do I have? It seems like I have a pretty decent runway as long as I just do what I'm supposed to do, and I have a shot to have a long career here. I didn't think it was going to be 17 years, but you know, at the time I was thinking, yeah, I could play for 6 to 8, and that's pretty solid because like the average time span for an athlete, right, in sports or basketball, it's low. It's like 3 years.
Oh.
3-4 years. So imagine that concept. Your whole life, everything is a sacrifice to get a shot to play in the pros, but then the lifespan it's about 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's crazy, right?
Right. Right. 3 years is a lifespan, but you played.
Yeah, I
Long
mean,
time,
got to
bro.
play the game within the game.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
so how many years has it like?
yeah,
Like for you?
it was almost 18. Like it was like
18 years?
yeah. It was
No
crazy.
way.
Crazy, bro.
That's crazy. And so you're a 9-time champion. Take me through that, man. Like, I mean, it's crazy to like win once.
Sure.
And I wanna take me through that first time that you won a championship. Like, how did that feel?
Yeah, everything was happening so fast. I didn't enjoy it as much as I should have.
Okay.
Because just again, that first year I'm drafted on the national team. First conference, we win a championship.
Was this your first?
Yeah, it was my first one. So the very first season, we
Yeah.
win.
Right.
And as soon as we win, we're leaving. We got national team duties.
Yeah.
There was no time to celebrate.
Right. Right.
And I'm still taking all of this in.
Mhm.
Like, what's going on? Like, who are these people? I'm meeting everyone. Like, everyone. I'm meeting all these big CEOs and these big policemen with big titles and a lot of insignia on them. I'm meeting the president. It was so much.
Yeah.
It was such a blur.
Mm-hmm.
I just, at the time, I just thought, this is how easy it is? Man, we just keep the train moving. All right, I guess we're going to win more. You know, you didn't know. It was a great, I mean, don't get me wrong. I still remember winning and how it felt, but it was such a big blur that first year, bro.
Right. Right. That's crazy. I have a question again. Like, would you say that like that first year that kind of like set you up, it just got you used to winning?
Oh,
and
for
it just got you like more and more and more over and
Oh,
over
yeah.
again.
Well, it was really the people, the players that were there
Yeah.
that gave me that winning mentality.
Yeah.
I had a sense of what it takes to be a winner in college, but I didn't win no big championships or anything. We made it to some prestigious tournaments, but we never won anything big. So when we win here, the whole country sees it. And, the PBA back then, no disrespect, PBA, but for what it is now, for what it was before, the attention that the country gave to the PBA, it was crazy. It was really just, it was so much more interest back then for what it was now. And whatever happened, but that's a different discussion. But I kind of lost my train of thought on this, but it was crazy, man. It was so much more different back then.
I one thing you mentioned is like how much the people around you influenced you.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, it was those guys that gave me that winning mentality of what it takes to be a winner.
Right.
And I'm talking about these are flagship names. Jimmy Alapog.
Yeah.
There's this guy named Harvey Carey. He's like the Adonis Haslam of the Miami Heat. For you basketball junkies, sorry
OG,
guys for trivia here, but no, man, those guys took me under their wing.
Right.
And he showed me, like, by example, through words, like, this is how you be a winner. And that was the most invaluable information I got. I was just so lucky to have a guy like Jimmy, that really, he took me in from the very beginning. So I got exposed really quick on the template of, this is how it is to be a winner. This is how you have a long career. This is if you want to do the right thing, and this is what you do. So from that set the tone, really, for the whole way out.
So fast forward to now, how do you place yourself in the right environments? Like what's the mental frame that you use?
Oh, easy. Very easy. Man, I'm sure it comes up on all your Instagram Explorer pages, right? You surround yourself with people smarter than you. Right. Hopefully, you want to surround yourself with some very high achieving, high intellectual individuals. Obviously, if they're aligned to what you're doing, that makes it even better. If not, that's still okay, because if you're around those type of people, what do? They have a routine. They have discipline, right? They have ambition. They're good people in the society. And just by being around it, by default, you're going to pick up some of these traits without you even knowing that you're picking these up to begin with. Just like when you pick your girlfriend or your spouse, that is extremely important. Yes. And it's going to determine the trajectory of your life, of where you're going to go. If you pick the wrong person, or you pick the wrong group of people, you're setting near a ceiling that you can't get out of, that is always my biggest thing. I just want to be around those type of individuals. And if it's not, then I'd rather just be alone. I don't want to be alone, but if that's the case, then so be it.
And as much as you surround yourself with the right people, I'm sure like in your journey, you've had to cut off people that
100%.
You never expected that you'd cut off.
100%. And it's usually the people that are closer to you than the people that are farther away from you, within arm's reach. And it's sad, but that's life. It's a part of it, right? It's a part of this big journey that we got to go through of figuring out what you want and what you don't want, what you like and what you'll put up with, right? So and that takes time too, right? No one's going to figure it out right away. Again, like this whole thing's based off of what we were talking about earlier, like experience. You got to go through it, because you don't know until you go through it. You can read all the books and get advice, but you have to go through it to kind of figure it out on your own.
I wanna get into Daredevil.
Sure.
Does that come from like Marvel by any chance, like the Marvel Daredevil, or not?
I would say so. I mean, we might get a cease and desist from Marvel.
Okay.
No, I mean, cool. We get the attention, right?
Yeah.
Right? We're in the attention economy.
Yes.
No, it did. I mean, I guess so. Like that was my moniker in the PBA.
Okay.
Right. So I got a moniker nickname my first year.
Was it manufactured like by PBA or like the fans? Oh,
it was manufactured by people working in the PBA. So it wasn't. I don't think it was the brainchild of the head of marketing. That's like, all right, let's. Yeah. He's the Daredevil. That's the Mighty Mouse. That was a thing back then. Everyone had a moniker.
Right. Like
it's not really a thing now anymore. You don't, not too much, right? L.A. Tenorio was what is he? He had a couple like Tinyete, the General, or there's some bad ones. Japet Aguilar was Jap it like it's hot.
That's funny.
Dog, there's some terrible ones.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, so the guy who gave me the nickname was Dean Canito.
Yeah.
Canito Henson.
Right.
Sorry. I got your name wrong. My bad, bro. Canito Henson, very renowned name in the basketball world here in the Philippines. So he gave it to me, and it just stuck. I didn't like it too much at the time, because at the time it was this Daredevil movie came out. It was kind of corny. Ben Affleck was the dude,
It wasn't so good.
and I was like, y'all gave me this dude, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I'm not like, I'm grateful. Thank you. Like, I wouldn't express any negativity publicly about it, but internally I was like, dang, bro. But I get it. Like, that was my style of play. Like, it was fearless, and it matched. It worked.
It worked. Okay.
But obviously it grew on to me, and later in my career I kind of understood about branding and personal branding and how to kind of like maximize that in itself. But it worked. And yeah, so there is a connection to it, but it can't full on be it, I don't think, because Marvel one day, if Agent Daredevil becomes a $1 billion company, it might have to tweak some things.
In your career also, like, you had a couple other nicknames.
Yeah, man, man, I'm not sure. I know a samurai. I had a samurai nickname for a little bit. I know that one. I can't recall some of the others, to be honest. Can you help me
I did
out?
some research on you.
Yeah, please.
I saw JDGAF.
What's that one mean? What does that mean? What's the
Jared doesn't give an F, and then
cool.
Fabio. I don't know where that came from. Like,
Yeah,
maybe because of your hair.
Had to been the hair.
Yeah, for sure, the hair.
Had to been, because I'm not that good looking, bro. But the JD, that one. Yeah, I could see that, bro. Because I really, there's a lot of things where I'm just like, fuck, bro, let's go.
Okay,
yeah, for sure, I could see that one. I never heard about that one.
I love that you took the Daredevil brand and owned it like all this time. Yeah. So to you, like, what does the Daredevil brand represent?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna throw yourself in the fire. You're gonna go for it. If there's something you want to do it. Be fearless about it. Fall on your face really bad, but do it. Go for it, man. I'm just such a strong believer in just the things that you want to achieve in life. You can't do it half-assed. Right. Anything worthwhile, usually you have to go all in. Usually. That's the case, right? That's kind of the template. And that the embodiment of just the Daredevil. And I know people think like stuntman, right? And he's doing some outlandish, crazy, extreme activities. I like to take things to the extreme, however that may be. If I want to do a podcast, all right, fuck it. I want to go all out. I got to get a studio, a full production team, a script writer, a producer. I got to find talent. I want to do the whole fucking thing. Like, whatever it is, be fearless about it. Hey, if you fail, you fucking fail. Fuck it, man. Yeah. Dust yourself off. You might look silly. People might talk about you a little bit, but at the end of the day, no one gives a fuck what you're doing anyways, right? So you do what's important to you, what's important for your family. You go all out, and you see where the chips fall, and then you repeat. That's it.
Right. So it's actually very apt that you also work with Red Bull.
Right.
It makes so much sense. Yeah, it makes so much sense.
Right. Yep.
So being that you've worked with Red Bull, have you personally like dabbled in anything extreme, like extreme sports? Is that something that
I used to be all about that stuff.
Yeah.
So I was a BMX racer when I was when I was younger. I was into snowboarding, cliff diving, all these things I was a part of, for sure. Like, I love doing those things. Adrenaline junkie. I was all about it. But for people who don't know, like in the basketball world, they know about it. I'm extremely injury prone. I have so many injuries.
Yeah.
I can't, a long list, crazy list. So I steer away from these extreme activities. I guess it's more of a cultural push, more so than like being extreme.
Right.
In its sense. I would invoke culture, like a vibe, like just however you would insinuate what culture means. I guess my lens of culture is just not to be too specific, like I want to be in video games and streaming and crypto and media. I can talk about sports. I want to be in collectibles, like anything that's just, there's just community niches and it's a vibe and it's a little bit different, a little bit, maybe a little misfit-ish, but like that's what I want to embody.
Right, right.
Yeah.
You've mentioned that you've gone through like a lot of injuries in your career.
Oh yeah, for
a
sure.
bunch. What is, because they say no one plays ever at 100%.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
So how, like in those moments, especially like when you have like a huge setback, like what is that path to recovery for you? Like how do you deal with that?
You're gonna be in the darkness, and you gotta accept it,
right,
and embrace it.
just sit in it.
You gotta sit in it and acknowledge it, because you're gonna be depressed and it's gonna suck. You're gonna lose your livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not gonna be able to do the things you normally get to do day to day, or the things that make you feel good about yourself. And you have to just embrace all of that and find ways to channel it into these little micro wins or something that's going to be positive. Easier said than done, but when you can get out of the mud like that, man, the amount of mental strength you just gained, like in video games, man, you just leveled up to like, oh, I was level 40, man. After that, I'm like level 66 now. I just grinded up. My HP points went up, my strength, my dexterity, intelligence. That's the vibe, you know. So you really just leveled up now, and now you can use that in for the future on things that are hard. You can kind of lean on these big challenges that you overcame, and it makes you more confident, like, oh man, I could do this. That's in front of me. I battled through this is nothing.
Dude, right? David Goggins says something about like having a cookie jar of like hard shit 100%. You've gone through, and when like things get hard, you just go back into that, I did this. And
then the more you put in there, the bigger shit that you can take on. Right. So, and it kind of all connects to all the things I'm saying. Like, you want to fail as much as you can. As weird as that sounds. And you want to fail really big too, because the bigger things you can fail and kind of overcome, then that cookie jar analogy and the big things coming, you're crafted. You're ready for the big shit.
Compounds into something bigger.
Big time, bro. 100%.
So from like after, like, I mean, you've been in basketball for a long time. And when was the first time that you daredeviled into like something new, something big, something new?
Oh man, great question, bro. I was at the end of my career, and I'm already injury prone. But when I was around 36, 37, big injury happened. That's a bad time to have an injury, being at that age as a pro hooper. And luckily, I still gave enough value on the team. I'm on Ginebra at this time. I still had such a gravitational pull of just being a service to others, right? That the management, the coaches, the players, like, I'm still on the team. I can find other ways to be valuable other than playing on the court. Just of the way I am and just the way I go about my business. At the same time, I knew that I need to shift my attention. I can still be here in Ginebra. I'm going to still be my same old JD and be a service and find ways to bring a positive value of winning to the team. I can do that. I've been doing it for a long time. But I got to shift. I got to figure the business stuff out. And I just thought, like, all right, I'm rookie JD right now getting into business. I need to fail a lot. I got to try a lot of things. This is going to suck. This is probably going to be embarrassing a little bit, maybe a little cringy. But I got time. I'm on Ginebra right now. I got some stability, so I can make mistakes right now. I can figure this out. So it was around that time where I just started dabbling, trying to understand, what should I do? What should I get in? And of course, I'm such an extremist about this shit. My first big thing was like, or my idea was, because I was already in crypto. Let me go to CNN. Let me pitch them a full fucking show. Let me see if I can just go, like, fuck it. If I'm going to do this shit, let me go to CNN, see if I can bag a show.
Wow. Straight to CNN.
Straight to CNN, cold pitched them.
Okay.
Now, it wasn't like they just automatically just gave me the red carpet and said, JD, oh, sure, whatever you need. It took 8 months.
Yeah.
But I got a show. I got a CNN show. And turned out it was like the #1 show on the network for a little bit. It's crazy. So I had help. I obviously, I had some co-hosts. They had experience too. for being in the media business. Learned a lot from them, learned a lot from the show, and then just at the time, I thought, I'm done. I'll lean on this for a long time, because it was a great business model, and the people we were getting in, it was so easy. Like I got like Yatsui, like easily, just a quick little, like ran into him at the YGG summit. Hey, I'm on with CNN. Can I get you on board? He's like, yeah, what? Here's my card, brother. Like, just, it was so simple to get like these high profile people. I thought I was gonna be the next John Aguilar for the final pitch. And I'll just do this shit for like the next 8 seasons until more opportunities come. CNN disbanded. There's no more CNN Philippines here. Just stroke of bad luck.
What year was this again?
Great question. 3 years ago.
3 years
4 years ago.
Okay.
Maybe 4.
Okay.
Maybe 4. So, all right. Well, too bad. Shucks. Shit happens. But now I gained so much knowledge and know-how. I know how to produce a show.
Yeah.
And media. Well, I should have a media company. There's some people that I like and looks like they're very successful. It's just like in basketball, when you want to be really good, you do film study. You know, you film Kobe Bryant. What did he do? He did film study of Michael Jordan. It's a very simple concept.
Right.
I do the same thing in business. Who do I like? Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing still. I just got to copy someone until I kind of pave my own path. Copied a couple folks. All right, I guess I'm gonna make a media company.
Can I ask who were like the inspirations during that time?
I'll say one of them because
Okay.
it's funny. Because how I got the CNN show was because of this guy,
Okay.
Gary V.
Like
Friends.
Vaynerchuk. Oh,
Yeah.
Vaynerchuk.
Vaynerchuk.
Okay.
He was the first one where I'm like, whoa, he has Vayner Sports, Vayner Media,
Yeah.
Vayner, holy shit.
Right.
I gotta be like this guy. He's all over the fucking content, constantly pushing out stuff, good speaker. I want to be like that guy. Let me follow him. And that's how I got CNN to say yes to on the show. Actually, I flew out all the way to Indiana, got to interview Gary V.
Oh, you
Yeah, that
interviewed
was
him.
my first show. That was my first one. I went to his V Friends. What was this event he used to have out there? Was it? It wasn't called V Friends. Because he used to have
VCon.
VCon. Damn, I
yeah.
can't believe it. Yeah, went to VCon. Flew all the way out there. Interviewed a bunch of people. Like Jesse Pollock, like the biggest of the biggest.
Nice.
So I really threw myself in the fire. I wasn't ready for it, actually. Like, it was hard. It was a very steep learning curve of just how to go about this whole media in the beginning. But I just figured I got to do it. And if I do it really big and fail, then at least I'll know what to do next, right? But yeah, that whole situation, interviewing Gary and CNN, it was him, bro, where I really kind of try to follow his path as much as I could in the beginning.
Dude, can I just ask another question? How did you manage to get that interview with Gary V?
You got to be grimy. You got to be gritty.
Yeah?
You got to be gritty, bro. So I didn't have the CNN show in lock yet, right? So I went to Gary V's people and told them I had a CNN show. Now, I wasn't going to get the CNN show until I showed them that I have enough big dogs that I'm going to bring to film for the first episode.
Right.
So I had to play in the middle between both parties. You see what I'm saying?
Smart.
Gritty. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Maybe it wasn't ethically the best thing to do. But hey, you got to make shit work.
Right,
You got to
right.
make shit work, and you got to be creative sometimes, and that's how it is. And that's what worked.
Yeah.
That's what worked.
Both worked out.
It worked out, but it was a
Yeah.
hell of a gamble.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, so how did you then transition into, like, so you start building your rep, your brand.
Yeah, right. So if we're starting to get more into really crypto-centric projects and activations and really getting in there, the easiest low-lifting thing was I can be a KOL. I can be an ambassador.
Right.
I'm already making content. I know how to make content. Maybe it might be a little cringy in the beginning, and I'm just shilling the shit out of everything. But I need to start somewhere. I don't know how to really. I don't know how to do a tech startup right at that time. I didn't know how to lead a company. So I had to start somewhere, right? So my first big crypto, contract I closed was when I was the main ambassador for CoinsPH. I had my own little crypto show. It's called like Courtside Crypto. I did the same thing, cold pitched them, and then I did it for pennies. At that time when crypto was banging, everyone wanted to be this ambassador for coins. And all these artistas and actors and people that are far bigger than myself, maybe more fitting, they still chose me because of how enthusiastic I was about the space and how I lived it. I breathed it. I loved it, like with the right intentions and the right purpose. And I was cheaper too. I was a lot cheaper. So yeah, they took a gamble, and that opened up a lot of doors from there. Just being that head, that spearhead, or that focal of just, I'm the guy. I'm the crypto sports guy. Hey, look at me, everyone. You know. Yeah. That kind of what really started it.
Was Daredevil Media like already existing at this point?
Daredevil Media was already existing. Yes.
Okay. So how did, like, what was the mindset with creating Daredevil Media? Was it, okay, I want to just put out so much banger content?
Yeah. No, I had no periscope of an idea yet.
Yes.
I got to copy someone. Right.
Right.
So let me just copy this template for now. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know the plan. I didn't even know the big picture plan yet. I just knew right now I just got to copy people who are more successful than me, and I'll figure it out along the way.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't I don't think that's the smartest way to go about it, but at that time, that's what I thought was the way to go.
With you having your own media company, is it like more self-serving, like for your own brand, or like is there like a monetization aspect for like working with other brands as well?
Like I treated it as an opportunity that, okay, if the money's not going to be big, I know that the exposure is going to be really important, and just the branding itself is going to be, that's very important. Promoting your personal name will only take you so far. It's very hard to really continue to push out your name when you're backed by a brand or an entity. I feel like you have stronger legs that you can really push an agenda or a mission, a philosophy that you can lean on for people to relate to that more so than to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was my idea on how I took it. And maybe it was cringy and weird and funny. Like my friends would make fun of me all the time about this shit, for sure.
Like what would they say?
It's just no one has really done that and leaned hard into something like that, at least out here.
From like the sports industry?
From the sports industry.
Okay, yeah.
Sports. Maybe other people were talking, but it wasn't, it wasn't in my bubble. I wasn't hearing it. But just through the sports community, I was hearing it. But of course, what everyone called it, JD, GAF, like I didn't give a fuck, man. Like whatever, bro. Like I'm trying to do some amazing shit, and I know I'm gonna be weird or eccentric, and maybe this is not the norm. It might be a whole failure, but I gotta try. Fuck this. Let's see what happens. Yeah.
Okay, so now for you started like getting into crypto.
Yeah.
Can you take me through like that first hook? Like what got you in this space?
Oh yeah. Sandbox was the first thing I really got into. Land was a big trigger word, attached to metaverse, right? So I got pulled in through Sandbox, bought a shit ton of land. Then got into NFTs because these NFT projects were buying land. So I was getting into the NFT projects. And that's how I started. And I didn't know how to go about making collaborations and partnerships yet. So I was cold pitching random ass people in these Discord servers. Like, hey, where's your manager?
Yeah.
Hey, who's your community guy? Like, let me talk to someone. I'm famous. Like, I didn't know, bro. So, I mean, I think the funniest story I like sharing, I had a bunch of NFTs with this one particular project, and I wanted to be more involved, but I didn't know how to be involved. I didn't know how to help. So I finally got the attention of the creators, and we had a Google Meet, or what was it? Zoom. Zoom was more of a thing. Anyways, we had an online meeting, and so I'm pitching to them, and I bring up my high school looking PowerPoint presentation that I think this is the way to go about it. And I start going along with my pitch, and these guys, they just start laughing at me, bro.
Yeah.
Like they're straight up like, bro, who is this guy, bro? Like, and I was still like, wait, what? Can I do slide number 3? Like, can I keep going? Or it was just so off-putting to them, and I still remember like that shit, like it was embarrassing and it was cringy and it wasn't the right way, but it was one of those like, oh shit. Oh, now I know. Okay, I can't be doing that. All right, I gotta figure it out. That wasn't the way. Okay. But yeah, that was really the onboarding time. That was the Sandbox, NFT projects. That was the one.
Okay, so then after that, like, how did you maneuver around the space?
Yeah. From there, man, I'm trying to think how did I go about, what was my next moves? Because after that, it was a big ambassador thing. Ambassador, KOLs, that was
Right.
like really turning into something back then, right?
Mostly like media, like that was.
It was all media for
Okay,
now. I
okay.
wasn't really running projects or anything.
Yeah.
I wasn't comfortable enough that I had enough grasp of what I was talking about to run something, right? So it was very media centric.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to be exposed, and I figured the more exposure that I can put myself out there, the more footing I can establish myself in the space. I don't know what that was going to look like yet. I just knew that it was good to do that. I think my biggest one came for the first Philippine Blockchain Week, and I knew all the Philippine councilmen and women at the time, the promoters. I knew them that was organizing it, so it was going to be my first opportunity to be on a big stage with high achievers, high intellectuals, way smarter than me, and I wanted to be involved in that.
Yeah.
So I just asked them graciously, put me in everything, please. Whatever you can fit me in, market me, however you want. I don't care where you put me. Just put me in as many of these talks as you can, because I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
So again, it was another situation of like, all right, I'm just gonna throw myself in the fire and just see if I can handle this shit. And that first Philippine Blockchain Week was crazy. I don't know if you remember that one, but it was so grand. It was big, huge screens, couch, like the optics of it was intimidating. So just being on stage and there's 1,000 people watching and all the cameras, that was my first crypto. I'm on stage and I get to talk about crypto, not just behind a camera or in my house or coins. Like, this is a big one.
Yeah.
So that one was, that was like oh shit, bro. This,
Yeah. So what was the mindset like for you during that time? Was it, okay, I'll just build on my brand as much as possible?
Yeah.
And was it like focusing on crypto in the Philippines specifically? Or like, was it just crypto in general? Like,
right. I still didn't have an idea of what I wanted to do. I just wanted to be more involved.
Yeah.
But I had an information gap between like the media part of it to the building part of it, right? I didn't have that network yet. So it wasn't until I had an opportunity where Gala Games came knocking at my door and they offered me a job.
Right.
So I knew then, like, I got to take it. Hell yeah. Oh my God, I'm going to learn so much from this. This is going to be great. Granted, I was still a basketball player. So, I had a media, I had shows. So trying to juggle all this, that was going to be the challenge. But I knew that whatever that I get out of this, it's going to extend my network. I'm going to learn a lot of these how internal things work. Fuck yeah, let's go. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing, but this is going to be scary as fuck. But let's do it, bro.
No, I love that because I feel the same. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen, but like, I know like building on your brand, just taking all these opportunities, it'll lead to something.
Always leads to something.
That's you don't know what it is, right?
You don't know what's going to happen. And then when you do, that's when, you're going to be at this this moment where, are you going to maximize on it? Are you going to capitalize or not?
Yeah.
Some people have more magnetic energy than others. So you're only going to get so many opportunities.
Right.
You're not going to get them forever. Right? So and that's on you. Are you going to do it? Are you not? Be scared, uncertainty, whatever. That's your choice, right?
What was something that you learned during this journey, like about creating content or like building on your own brand, that most people get wrong?
Yeah, and I went through it, and I don't have it figured out by all means. I am not an expert. I don't have 10 million followers. I do not have it figured out. And it's still a constant learning process that I'm trying to figure out and be more organized and be more specific about. So just based on where I am currently, man, you really have to, it's all about the small details, right? Of really, and being consistent, obviously. And that's hard, especially if you're doing a lot of things. If you don't have a big team and you're not organized, it's about making content and having this scope of the perspective of the person watching, not what you want to make. There's a fine line between that. Like, my mistake was, I just want to make what I want to make. I don't give a fuck right now. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I'll just partner up with a company. They'll pay me money. Like, I don't care right now. I just want to make what I want to make. It's too stressful to think of these small details and get the hook right and make sure it's only this long. And on this platform, you have the algorithm's a little bit different from this one. I was like, fuck all that shit. I just want to make my own content, and I'll let the chips fall where they fall. I'll figure this shit out. But, that was too daunting. You know, it was too much. So I just made whatever I wanted to make. And maybe that's obviously why I don't have 10 million followers probably, but I was in a lot better headspace. I could tell you that, you know.
How has it shifted now? Like,
yeah, you know, the more deep you get into it, it is very important. You know, I have a sports podcast, so the framing, you know, the optics, what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, it is very important for sure. So I take that more serious in certain avenues that I put my attention on that I can. And I have a full team that helps me with that, so I don't have to micro delegate everything. It's very important, obviously, if you have a goal and if you want people to watch, and it's different. It is a very different walk for sure. So I do adapt and change, and I do have a different sense of understanding. Like, you can make whatever you want, sure, but there is still a lane that this is the model you need to follow, right? You do have to go about, you know, the whole game within the game. You do have to do that if you want things to work out.
Yeah, I mean, you have to develop the empathy for the audience.
For sure, 100%.
And like one of the biggest things for me that didn't make sense at first was like 80% is the hook.
Right.
Like
and
it's
the
got to
thumbnail,
get people,
the hook, and it's so important.
Yeah, it's so important. And like,
yeah.
I mean, it's even if it's not like such a big part of the video, like from an outsider perspective, like it matters so much.
It matters so much, bro. You can have some banging content in the middle that really will just relate to the viewers. No one will see it if you don't got some crafty, catchy hook that's going to draw them in or click on the page or keep them interested past 6 seconds. You know, all those barometers and metrics. So it is very important, and you have to know human psychology, and you have to understand what the person's thinking. You do. You have to.
Right. It takes like some obsession of understanding the psychology.
You have to be detail oriented and a little bit psycho to just understand these small intricacies of what interests people to watch stuff.
Can you take me through the content machine or system that you have in your media company now?
So
what does that look like?
No. So I have a full production team and a producer and like a policeman, like a gatekeeper, right? So those are the guys that really make my things go. And I'll do my content, I'll blah, 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 spit it out, however it looks, however it is. I'll lean on them for the hooks, for everything. And I'll just be shown to me. It'll be shown to me, and I'll okay it or not. Or maybe if I have some of my own, interest of wanting to change a couple things, maybe I might. But usually I don't have time to really just look through everything. I'll leave it up to them. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but it's on them to really do it.
So do you do like, so I know you do a podcast. Are there also like events? Are there other like short form stuff, like value, educational content? Like what is...
It depends.
The segments of
everything is situational, you know? Like there's educational content, there's informational content. Depends on where you're at and who you're doing it with, right? Because most of the time, educational and informational content, people don't listen to any of those, to be honest. If you're selling something, that's even worse. They really won't want to watch that to begin with. So it depends where we're at and what we're doing. If we're trying to build communities, we have to make short form content. It has to be in this type of lens. If it depends, if we're at a big event, let's say Token 2049, that's coming up, and your community partnership, you're gonna have to throw out some content talking about the event, which is very informational and boring. But it still serves a place of value that there are people that want to know about it coming from their favorite person that they relate to or company or whatnot. So it depends, right? It does depend where you're doing it and I guess what lane that you're on.
Right. So now with like Daredevil Media, like what's the focus now? Is it still just one personal brand, or is there a bigger project that you're working on?
Bigger. I'm always like, I want to think big. Like if I got some legs under me, I want to think as big as I fucking can. Like what's the biggest thing I can think of that where I want to take this, and just try to reverse engineer it of like, if I want to be up here, what's my mentality that I'm going to have to be up there? All right. And what am I going to have to do right now to kind of lead up to what I'm trying to get to, right? So, Daredevil Media, I want to make it to a big international thing. I want to make it to a big network. I have a sports podcast. Maybe it's local. I want to make it international, right? I have some plans later down the road that's coming up for another lane. I want to make that international. I want to make it big. I want, like, why not think of it big? I think just a side story, when I was a basketball player, and it always stuck with me. The CEO or the boss of Smart Telecom, Manny Pangilinan, I was sitting next to him at a dinner lunch that we were having with the whole team. And I'm trying to pick his brain. I got some time. I can just ask just direct questions about things. And so we're talking about business, and he was saying, the context was like, you want to get into business, JD, right? Cool. What do you want to do? I'm trying to tell, I don't know. I want to do this. I want to do that. He's like, okay, I'll leave you with this. Whatever you're going to put your mind to, whatever business you're going to be doing, the amount of energy and time and effort, it's going to be relatively the same, more or less. So you can do something small, fine. You can do something really big, but it's still going to take the same time or the same energy, the same effort you're going to have to put into it. So might as well fucking go big. Why the fuck not, man? Right? It depends on your ambition and what you want in life, right? Everyone's different. But for me, that was like an aha moment. Like, wow. Oh, man, then you got to go big all the time then. If that's the case, I get it. I don't want to waste my time for my personal wants. I want to go big then.
Right.
All right. That stuck with me.
For sure. I mean, like, some people have the right work ethic, but not the right vehicle. Yeah. And so, like, the opportunity isn't there. So they
set themselves an invisible ceiling without even knowing it.
Yeah. Right. No, that's what I love about, like, the Daredevil philosophy. Yeah. Like, for me, it's always, I've pushed towards seeking opportunities that I felt like I couldn't even handle. Yeah. But, like, just facing it anyway. And it's always paid off. Always. Right. It's like, I can do it, you know?
It's like, holy shit, I actually did it. What the fuck?
Right.
And then and something down the road happens. Something opens up. Option 3, 4, opportunity 5, 6. It just, you can't fathom and imagine it at the moment, but it happens somehow, some way. It does happen.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So right now I want to talk about, like, the latest thing you're focusing on, which is Agent Daredevil.
Yes, cool.
I want to know, like, first, I mean, for the audience, like, what it is, and then, like, how it came to be.
Okay, so let's not get too techie, right?
Okay.
But just generalize so people, the general audience won't be too lost in the clouds with this. So it's a hyper gamified prediction market that specializes in sports and esports betting. That's the general mission that we have for Agent Daredevil. Now there's, we have a couple verticals in it, right? So there's an all-knowing sports oracle companion. We're creating multiple ones. There's going to be a lore. There's going to be a story that they'll have together. But generally, for the people who have a lack of understanding in the AI space, these are ChatGPT people, I guess, that you can talk to, and they have a lot of knowledge. And we set guardrails on the type of knowledge that each of these oracle companions have, right? At the end of the day, these are the guys that collect a lot of data, more or less, and they spit it out in a beautiful way towards wherever you want to lean and push them to spit out that type of information. The actual D app itself, that is a P2P platform. Now, we have to be very careful right now because we want to let it be known we're not licensed. So we're not playing with crypto or fiat. We can't, right? We cannot.
Right.
And so what we're doing right now, we have like a point system that you can play. It's like what Japan does with the pachinko model. Those pachinko machines and little silver balls are falling down. You collect them, and then you go to a third-party store and you exchange those in for rewards and prizes. Right. Okay. Same model. Yeah. More or less, right? So we have that, and that can be factured, or I mean, sorry, not factured, but that can be, I guess, shape-shifted, this platform to be put on a betting platform, and it can serve as support for the betting company, right? And it would be like a sub license that we would get, and we'd be able to be okay to do what we would want to do in the first place. So there's a lot of moving things in here that are kind of going in and out. And I guess since, you know, we're this startup and we find pain points and we're figuring out what the market needs and what do the users need, or what do the big dogs like and like to hear. I mean, we're doing some amazing stuff. We're catching some good momentum. I think the meta right now really is what the space likes to hear is that, you know, lean teams, fully automated, you know, companies running at a $1 billion market value, and you don't have a team like these people or industries. They don't want a big team anymore. They want lean and AI, the trigger word. You know, that's always the trigger word right now. That's sexy. That's fun to talk about. You know, so we're leaning hard into that right now, and you know, we're having a lot of fun.
Well, what's like the main use case for the average Joe watching, like for Agent
Sure.
Daredevil?
Main use case is these Oracle companions. That so, let's say we predicate it towards NBA, right? Just as an example, since I'm a basketball player, right?
Of course.
User, it's a trust layer that they would use that would help them make decisions. Yes, there's historical data. Yes, it's all knowing, where it has all the information about basketball, because we partnered up with Michael Jordan's company. Sorry, it's a small flex. Nice. He has a sports data analytical company. It's like one of the biggest in the world. So we partnered up with them, so we get all of the APIs and everything for free. Amazing deal. Like, it's great for a company like us. So there's a layer that they can talk to these agents. Yes, data, historical stats, but also it can help them lean decisions on what they would want to use with that data. I'm insinuating in the predictive markets and the things that we talked about, they can make decisions that not the agent will tell them to do. It just gives them an educational and informational layer of like, okay, here's all the facts. These are the questions you're asking. Well, this is what it looks like. That's up to you to make the decision.
Got you. Yeah, super clear. Building a Web3 project is different. Way different. So,
Sure.
so like for you, how has that been? Like, how has that journey been? Like getting into it. Like, what were the new things, different nuances that you discovered on the way?
So it's great being a part of just the information, the innovation train, right? It's kind of the spearhead right now globally, just AI, right? So being a part of that, it's great.
Yeah.
But being a part of that also, there's some cons to it, because you're so forward with it. You're so at the tip. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's so many things out there now. It's almost the space itself is extremely saturated now. How do you stick out from everyone else that's using the same tech or the same product, or like it's that everyone's using the same thing. So that's a challenge, you know, trying to get your head stick out from the rest of everyone else. And it's a lot of trial and error, right? There's just so many programs and software things that are out there that you can use to help, you know, better your tech or better your code. It's just so much, and it's overwhelming, you know.
Right.
And you know, devs aren't cheap. You know, devs are not cheap at all. So you want to, of course, have the right dev, but you know, devs cost money. So, like, we're in a great position, and we're at the innovation of tech. But you need money to make these types of things, especially the big things that you really want to scale on. Like, that takes a lot of money. So that there's another piece right there where you're just like, woo, all right. So now we got to get people to believe on what we're doing. Right. And that's a whole nother motherfucker too.
Yeah. Right? It's a lot of balancing different factors.
Yeah. You're just, you know, startups, and especially a tech startup, bro. You're just, you know, you're wearing 20 hats.
Yeah.
Basically, just trying to keep it all together.
So, I mean, you're wearing a bunch of hats right now. So, there's a media company. There's this, like, out of all of the hats you've been wearing recently, like, what has been the heaviest one for you?
Oh, for sure, the running a company, a tech startup, 100%. The media stuff, like, I've been a public figure for so long. You know, I can turn on that media training and I know what to say. I
Second
can
nature.
talk. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like easy. It's not easy, but I've done it for so long. I haven't done this very long.
Yeah.
It's a challenge. I love it though. It's so fascinating and stimulating, and the purpose and drive it gives me. I love it so much. It's very difficult though.
Right.
And you know, you're gonna have down weeks and up weeks and bad months and good months, right? And you gotta just same thing. You gotta embrace it, take it, learn from it. But I'm getting the most satisfaction out of all this right now. Like, we're in the trenches right now,
Right.
and it feels weird to say. It feels great,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like, because I know we're on the right track, and I know we got to go through it, the fire. So this is molding me and the team for something bigger.
Right.
I don't know what that is going to be yet.
Yeah.
But I know it's building us for something.
Right. They say, like, being a founder, I think this is Elon Musk. I might have botched it, but it's like being a founder is like staring into the abyss while, like, eating glass.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're solving the problems no one wants to solve.
Yeah.
You don't know when the end of the tunnel is. It's like, it's crazy.
Oh, bro, I you know, when you said staring to the abyss, I can't tell you how many times I'm in my workroom and I'm not doing work. I'm just staring at a blank monitor. The computer's not even on.
Yeah.
And I'm just staring at it. Like, I'm thinking, obviously.
Right.
I'm just trying to think, like, okay, here's this problem now. How do we figure this shit out, or whatever it may be? It's just an abyss, you know. When you said that, I immediately started thinking, oh my God, I know what you're thinking, bro. Fucking that empty monitor I just be staring at sometimes for hours trying to figure this shit out. But man, it sure is fun, bro.
Like, for me, the problems never end. It's always like one problem.
Oh, something else is gonna come up. Yeah.
But after like a while, I mean, not so long for me, maybe like a year for me of doing this, it's like, I just know that every problem I just check off, I get better.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like armor being
You
built.
just got some new armor, right?
Yeah.
You leveled up, you beat the boss, and now, 100%, bro. That's the best feeling right there. When you get those little micro level ups, and you're like, fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But what I love about it so much, like, I love the people that you're getting yourself involved with. Man, these are some of the smartest motherfuckers you have ever been around. Some of these people, it's so unfathomable, like, how intelligent some of these people you get to surround yourself with, and I love that. Like, I just got off this call with some of my advisors, and every time I'm talking to some of these guys, I can't believe it, like, the input they give, or the experience they're sharing with me, and how they put it into words, and like, I'm always just like jaw dropped. I'm trying to play it cool, but like, I love hearing that. I just love hearing people way smarter than me, and I just get to sit and learn and just soak it up.
Yeah. Another thing that I wanted to touch on with you is, like, being managing a Web3 project and even a media company.
Sure.
It takes a lot of leadership.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, like, what has been, like, the guiding principles that you've applied all these years?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
how to lead a company and how to open up.
The big thing, you're always gonna be a service to others, right? And I try my best. Like, I want to lead from behind, and I guess what I mean by that is just you want to put your guys in situations to succeed, you know. And when you lead in that type of way, you know, the guys galvanize around you better. You know, if they see you doing the work, not just preaching the work, and you're there with them and you're behind them, you know, that carries a lot stronger than just trying to bark orders and say stuff, this and that. You got to be in the trenches with them, man. You know, if you're not showing it by example, let alone not doing it, verbalizing it, and being confident and believing in what you feel is where we're trying to take it and the philosophies you're putting behind it, they're not going to follow you. Even if they're all getting paid out a shit ton of money, it might just be a means to an end to these guys. So they got to see you breathe it, live it, want it, die with it. Like, and you know, it's a long play. You gotta be consistent with that. You can't be good for 1 week and then you disappear the next week. It has to always be there, because you got to be that strong bridge that's always there for them to really go cross back and forth. And it's not easy to be a leader, right? You shouldn't even call yourself a leader in that sense, you know. Like, like in sports, if you're a leader, like you should be equally just as good as a follower as much as a leader as well. Like taking input from people, not having an ego. Like you don't have it all figured out.
Yeah.
I certainly don't. So I'll own up if I make a mistake, or if someone has something way better than I have to say for like guidance or an idea or concept. We're going to lean hard on that one, right? Like it's just, and just understanding, I think, how each individual person works. Like, what is it about them that makes them go? Not everyone is the same.
Yeah.
They're not going to have the same mentality or philosophies as me. That this person, it's about family. This guy, he wants money. This one, you got to know those things.
Yeah.
You got to feel it. You got to know them. You got to know their backgrounds. Like, all those little small details, it all adds up, right? And just, that's how I feel like that's how things should be ran.
Do you have like any specific gestures that you do to build a lot of goodwill with your employees?
You know, if you're ever going to call someone out and make someone look silly in front of the team, that's not really the way I would want to go about it. You do it privately.
Right.
You have a talk with them on the side. You don't have to do it in front of the team. It's so hard to pinpoint one, because every detail is equally as important as the next, and when you add up all the details, then it works. So it's hard to say one more than the other. It's a bunch of small details coming together to make it work, right?
Gotcha.
I wouldn't say there's one big one, so that's always hard to answer that one.
Okay. No, fair, totally fair.
Cool.
Now I'd like to touch on man on family life.
Sure.
Because like that's like the main thing that keeps everything
100%.
together.
100%, bro.
So how do you balance all of that? Because I don't have a family yet. I want to in the next couple of years. So like, how do you ensure that you're really keeping it together at home while everything's going on, and everything takes up from like the same battery?
Yeah, for sure. You're very transparent. You're very communicative of where you are right now, where's your headspace at, and you tell your partner about that too.
Right.
You know, I'm very transparent, where I will tell her, like, I'm here with you, but I'm not here right now. I'm not going to be present. You know, I got these things. You know, give me some time. I need 3 months where my mind's going to be in this. But I'll involve them in as much as I can with what I'm doing. You know, I lean hard on my partner with what's going on in my head with all these things. So she's connected to it. She's involved with it, right? I try my best to, wherever I'm going, like it's a non-negotiable thing. Like they're coming with me. Like when I was working with Gala Games, I told them from the get-go, hey, I'm with you. I am. Family's got to be with me, though. I know that's weird, but if you want me to be who you want me to be and as optimized, and that may sound off-putting, they got to be with me.
Right.
Non-negotiable. And worked it out. Family's with me.
So they're coming with you to the event.
Wherever I go, they're with me.
Okay, nice.
So, you know, they get to enjoy a new destination, and they get to, you know, see cool things, and I'll be there with them, sure, but, you know, I'm working, obviously. They're with me everywhere I go. So kids get older, obviously that's different. There's school, but right now I have this very great opportunity that I can bring them everywhere with me. So if that's the case, then yeah, they're going to be involved with and connected with anything I do. It's just, you just got to be very transparent, you know, so that they don't make up their own assumptions. Why, hey, man, my husband, he's really not connecting to me right now. What's going on in his head? Hey, just tell him. That's all. And they know what they signed up for. They know what they signed up for. So that's all. That's all, man. Communication, bro.
Now, you have a kid or two?
Yep. I have a handful.
Okay.
So there's one bacon. I have a 2.5-year-old.
Okay, one bacon. Right.
2.5-year-old.
So like now being a father, how do you apply everything that you've learned in sports and building these companies into being a father?
Oh, yeah.
Good father?
Oh, I'm going to train the shit out of that kid.
Yeah.
Mentally, I'm going to push his mentals. I'm going to push his, obviously, the physical output on him. Oh, I'm going to train the shit out of that gremlin, bro. I cannot wait. Not yet. He's still too young. You know, and when I say train, you know, I'm going to put him in situations that's going to give him tension and pain and suffering. It sounds terrible to say, but it's guided.
Right.
And it's, you know, that's I'm a firm believer that you have to have pain, suffering, tension to grow, to be better, to increase your HP, experience points. You have to. So as long as I'm there and it's guided, 100%. I have dreams about this, man. I cannot wait. I can't wait till the first time he acts out and disrespects mom. And all right, brother. All right, you're gonna tie this rope on you and tie the other end with a heavy tire, and you're gonna run 30 sprints up this hill. Go.
Nice.
Don't disrespect your mom.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that, bro. Like, oh, I can't wait.
Like having a mini you. Like...
Yeah, and I'm just breaking them as many times as I can.
Yeah.
I'll probably go over the limit every now and then, I'm sure, and mom will get mad, and I gotta reel it back a little bit. But I'm so excited for that, bro.
No, I like what you said. It's guided. It's like
very guided.
Guided adversity.
Yes.
Just to 100%. Build them up. Yeah.
You have to build them up. You gotta break them. You do. And that's just my take on things. There's not one or right or wrong way to go about bringing up your kids. This is the way I feel it's right for my kid, right?
Right.
But you can tell, you can feel it, right? I'll be like, I cannot wait for this, bro. Yeah.
Do you think it changes when it's like a daughter, like the way you bring her up?
No, it doesn't, and it depends. It depends. For me, it wouldn't matter. But see, it's just again, does she want to be a girly girl?
Yeah.
I don't know, this stuff I'm going to be building, and maybe it'll be less physically daunting things, and because maybe that's not the avenue she wants to go down. It depends. It can be other things that are less physically demanding, or more mentally straining. It's situational, right? So it depends. I wouldn't know, until I really had an opportunity to have a moment to do something like that. So I'm not sure.
Okay. What are things that, like, you've been applying with your partner, like as a duo, as a tag team, that's worked in terms of like building the foundations of this family?
Yeah, like I get motivation off of her because she is busting her ass doing what she's doing. That's keeping the house in order. My kids are thriving. Yeah. Everything that she is putting in the work and time. Like, anyone can be a mom or dad. Anyone. It's not a special thing, right? We all experience this thing where you can have kids and you have moms and dads, but to be a good mom, to be a good parent, a good wife, that's hard.
That's hard, man.
That's hard, to be a good one.
Yeah.
And she's a fucking great one.
Yeah.
And that's what motivates me to really go out there hard, because sometimes, man, she's doing her part.
Yeah.
She's going all out, man. I need to go out I got to go out harder, because look at her go, man. Damn.
Yeah.
And so, we feed off of each other like that.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of strength when I see her doing her stuff, and it just, it revs me up, man.
Yeah. I feel that energy, man.
You feel it too? Yeah, I'm getting a little worked up a little bit.
Yeah. What do you think is a piece of advice to everyone building marriages? What has worked for you in making sure it's intact?
It's not going to be peaches and green pastures. Like this whole discussion of to get better at things, you got to go through hardships, right? To have a healthy relationship with your partner, you're going to have to go through things hard together, and you're going to have to overcome it.
Yeah.
Right? And then you build strength off of that, and your foundation gets stronger. So having hard discussions, instead of shying away from them.
Right.
Sharing hard truths. Maybe the partner's not going to want to hear in the moment.
Yeah.
You're going to have those.
Yeah.
And it's great advice. It's hard to do. It's very hard to do. I think that's really the secret sauce, is having these hardships that you're going to have to go through together, and navigate through that and get over it, overcome it, and then it just builds. It compounds. Compounds better. And
yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a guru in relationships. I think that's the way to go. It
Right.
feels like, we've been with her for 10 years, and
wow,
happy, and we love each other. It's great. And
Mm-hmm.
I piss her off, you know, sometimes. She pisses me off too
Yeah,
sometimes.
Right.
But it's all about it, man. That's life, right?
Right,
It's
right.
all about it, bro.
So what's the vision now? Like, we've gone through everything. What's next for Jared Dillinger?
Bigger, better, more. Want to
Mhm.
be a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
You know, I want to own a video game company. I want to design video games. The sky's the limit, man.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try it. I want to do it. I want to be around it. I want to be in there.
Right, right.
I mean, I'm already getting to do this cool things already that I'm doing currently right now. I feel like I'm in a good place. Just the people that I talk to all the time, they just keep saying more. Go, keep going, go more. You're not thinking big enough, JD.
Yeah.
Think bigger. Like, I'm just getting pushed.
Keep pushing.
Just keep pushing, man.
Now, if there was one thing, assuming all of your content erased from the internet, everything about you gone, and you only have the next 10 seconds to leave something with the world, what message would you give to everyone watching?
Oh, okay. I'll say it in a different tone. Just be kind to others. That's it, man. Be a good person. Be a service to others. You know, that's what really, like, in this world is all about. And I know there's a lot of hard things that are going on. It's always situational, but if you have that tone and that philosophy, good things happen. Makes the world go round and everyone's happy. Just be kind to others and be a service to others, and it's very simple. Yeah, that's it.
Jared, you were an amazing guest today.
man.
Learned so much from you.
Ah, man.
Thank you so much for giving all of that.
I'm a good
game.
BSer, bro.
Yeah. No, I felt the authenticity in everything that you said
man.
today.
No,
So
appreciate
yeah,
it. Man.
super lovely having you on the pod today. Thank you so much.
I
Bro.
love what you're doing, man. Thank you so much for the time, bro. You know, I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on what you're doing. And anything that you need from me, I'm always a call, a text away.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Anytime, brother. Anytime. Thank you.